Hello guys and welcome to today's video. Today guys we are reacting to the ThePokeRaf's Ash Ketchum's next adventure in Gen 9 Italian Pokemon Reader Pokemon Generation 9. So yes, he released this yesterday, last week of this year, and I am so ready to see what he says. Like, as you guys know, I reacted to the Ash Ketchum Pokemon obviously World Champion video, and I presume this is probably a continuation of that video, and I'm really excited to see what he says. But anyway guys, let's just get into it.
This video, I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yeah, you too, you too as well.
I just want to say I'm super grateful for all of the support you've shown me on the channel. Despite all of the circumstances that have gone on, I've got a lot of new content ready for 2022.
Oh, let's go.
All of the new projects that I've got in store. Merry Christmas and enjoy the video. Hey, what's going on guys? My name's Raf, and we're now in the final month of 2021.
Yep.
Pokemon Journeys is currently in its second year of airing, and with the release of Legends Arceus coming out in 2022, the big question going around right now is if Journeys will end that same year or will continue on into 2023.
I don't. It really depends if Pokemon is willing to go nearly 2 years at a new game. I don't know. I have a feeling it'll either end of 2022 or 2023 is when we'll get Gen 9.
Let's jump straight into it.
That's personally when I think Gen 9 is gonna happen. So it really does depend on that.
Without further ado, let's begin. Let's start off by going over what we know so far about Pokemon Journeys.
Yep.
We are currently over 90 episodes into
Yep,
the
92
series.
episodes
Ash is
in.
currently ranked 36 in the Pokemon World
Yep.
Championships, ranking in the Hyper class. His current objective is to defeat Leon, who is ranked number 1 and the strongest trainer in the world.
Yep.
At the time of this video, we haven't been given any indication as to when Ash's next Hyper class battle is. So
I'm assuming soon. I think in February will be the next Hyper class, because of Gen being taken up. And also in that month we have the Legend Arceus thing, so that, yeah, I can see it more likely be February.
Give up the title to continue.
Yeah, and of course he just won his first one.
Leon, win the PWC, and then conclude his journey.
I honestly think he'll be one of the first two. He'll give up the title or the end of his journey. That's the one. Those are the two I think that are the most likely for me. And I wouldn't mind if, but I feel like the keep or give up title is the most likely. But I think he'll keep the title but keep traveling.
Options for Ash, implying that he will either win and continue his journey or end off his time in the Pokemon anime. The formula of the Pokemon anime has shown Ash to beat strong trainers and obtain some incredible titles.
Yep.
Defeating Leon could actually mark his time coming to an end in the anime after becoming the new world monarch, or maybe the writers will have a completely different challenge in line for him should he win and continue his journey.
This was the issue. What could they do to top the World Championship? Because Ash has said he hasn't. Because Ash has said that this is one step closer. So obviously this isn't Pokemon Master Ball.
The integration of Johto up to Master Quest lasted for 5 years. AG up to the Battle Frontier lasted for almost 4 years, with Diamond and Pearl holding almost the same duration. The Black and White series lasted for 3 years, and the XY series with the inclusion of XYZ lasted for 3 years as well. Moving on to Sun and Moon, this series lasted for 1 month under 3 years, which now brings it up to Journeys, which has currently been running for 2 years. Looking at the various durations from all of the previous series, it could imply that Journeys will last for maybe one final year, this being until the months of September to November of 2022, leading up to the tail end of the year before 2023.
Yeah, maybe.
Taking this into account, the two main elements that are currently
but there was delays all of this series, so it could last 2023 because of all the delays we had.
That doesn't mean that Go is not going to play a part. With Go being a dual main protagonist, his own goal and ambitions have to be fulfilled, so we expect. It's not currently known how long it will take for Go to complete the Project V trial missions, or even encounter V. This puts him in the same predicament as Ash, meaning that his goal too is still unknown as to when it will conclude. If Pokemon Journeys intends to follow a 3-year span, then 2022 will be the year we can see it end, concluding both Ash and Go's goals. Starting from next month, 2022 could outline a series of PWC battles, Project Trial Mew missions, alongside filler episodes. I feel like
they're either gonna go through it is maybe one PWC a month, or one in February, one in March, one in April, one in May, stuff like that. I see them getting to the end of Journeys 2022. If I don't have doing PWC on once a month after January.
Let's say the anime decides to get pushed till 2023, and that 2022 is still the era of Pokemon journeys. What exactly can be shown at this time? Let's put it like this. Let's say Ash continues to win his PWC battles and elevates into the Masters 8, and during this time, we see Go partake in more Project Moon trial missions, combining these with fillers and maybe some mini arcs. I would say these segments could conclude pretty soon due to the fact of how far Ash and Go have currently progressed. But that doesn't mean an extension couldn't happen. Let's start off with Outcome 1, in which Ash will win the PWC, but then either keep or give up his title to continue his journey. For the branch possibility of this outcome, I believe that this is where Ash will continue his journey in heights of reaching his desired stage of becoming a Pokemon Master. As I mentioned before, should the end narrative of Pokemon journeys follow a similar plot to
Are you in Dover or the Kent area?
Should the end narrative of Pokemon journeys follow a similar plot to the Sword and Shield games, in which Leon runs the Battle Tower for new trainers, then maybe this will act as a separate path for him, allowing Ash to maintain the title as the New World Monarch and still continue his journey.
Yeah, possibly. I like that idea. Because I feel like the issue is if you want out after journeys, we don't have a fan base to react. Because I mean, I would still watch.
There are so many theories that define what a Pokemon Master is. Some say that when someone becomes a Pokemon champion, they're a master.
But that clearly isn't true, because Ash is the Alola League champion and he's not a Pokemon
He still
Master.
considers himself someone in training to become a Pokemon Master, despite him being a champion. It's quite a complex scenario. Should Ash beat Leon and continue his journey, this of course could coincide with the next generation of Pokemon, being Generation 9, and possibly tie into Legends Arceus if counted for. Now both outcomes 3 and 4 hold a similar basis to one another, both implying that Ash will continue his journey. Outcome 3 talks about how should Ash lose to Leon, then he could pursue another challenge in this time, that could then allow him to gain more experience in preparation.
Yeah, maybe.
Like we mentioned before, it would be pretty crazy if some other competitional title was created to top the World Champion title. So in a logical way, Ash would essentially be in training to return to defeat Leon, which would then result to Outcome 1. Branching out, this is why I believe the first extended arc could take place, being the alternate challenge or gym challenge.
Okay, yeah, I like that idea, because
not every gym leader from the
we know, because I still have that stream team beat down that Ash could lose to Leon, which we're gonna sound crazy, but you gotta think, right, a lot of these teams really haven't had much development outside of Lucario. Serpents had an arc, Gengar's now had an arc, Draco hasn't done anything, Dragonite is only there for like final battles, so Dragonite is untrained, like, so like, I think I still have that chance of Ash losing to Leon, and especially if they say because in Ash 92, that was the first time Ash G-Maxed a Pokemon since like episode 13.
I originally thought it was going to be a possible extension focusing on time travel rather than an implementation. We're still awaiting confirmation about the arc's canonical potential, but from what it seems, it appears to be a side arc in itself. Now there's no to say that there could still be another arc in replacement of the Legends Arceus one, and for this, we're going to name this new potential arc Placeholder Arc. This arc is essentially, as the name says,
just a placeholder.
It could be anything. Maybe it will be the supposed road trip with Leon that we saw.
I'm still wondering, man, in my game, they have so much they have to do, because we've got this between, so they just started on episode 50 and ended on episode 92, which this year we have 42 episodes.
It's not looking likely.
So if we're going 40 episodes again, that is 130. Immediately Pokemon episode, immediately Pokemon have 140 episodes, which would mean Pokemon journeys will continue into the early months. Into the early months of 2023.
Up the dates of Legends Arceus, let's say we do get Generation 9 announced for 2023. This could imply that maybe coinciding with the anime as well, the new anime series will commence at the same time. Now I know what you're thinking. How will this work? What will the region be based on? Well, over the generations, many Pokemon games have teased upcoming events and regions
they have.
Anime. For example, in the X and Y games, there was a backpack
they
in the hotel that spoke about all of the existing regions
teased,
at that time,
well,
and then went to talk about his own unrevealed
they
region,
showed a
and gave the
G-Max
player
top
character
50,
the
which,
strange narrator.
obviously
This of course
still
then ended
new.
up relating to the Sun and Moon games, alongside the Alola region. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go
And of course in Let's Go they had an
upside
upside down UK map,
which then ended up leading to
which
the Galar
was
region.
of course the Galar region, and now in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl there's like a picture of what looks like to be Benny from Italy.
picture that
So
could possibly
Italy
imply
could
that
be
maybe
the
next
next
generation is going to be
region
based on
for
Italy. Thanks to
Pokemon.
this painting may be visualizing the Relato Bridge in Venice. Now I know what you're thinking. Yes, these games are faithful. And how come we haven't had an Italian region just yet? Well, this is where I believe the Generation 9 could make it happen. In fact, it could either be based on one of three countries, these being Italy, India, and Spain. Let's start off with Italy. I think Italy would be a brilliant place to host the Generation 9 region, especially for the anime. There are so many beautiful landmarks in Italy, and it could make such a wonderful region. Imagine gyms of the league being hosted in the Colosseum. These open areas would make such beautiful places for Pokemon towns to be based off. Venice is well known for many things, including the Gelato Bridge, which spans out across the Grand Canal in the city. Of course, you can see the inspiration behind the thumbnail of this video. Should Ash ever visit an Italy-based region, then I reckon it would be called something like Belisa, which is just a made-up word I came off from the word bellissima or bellissimo, which means beautiful in Italian, relating to the beauty of the region and the country it's based off. The next region I think could come into play is an
I feel like
Indian-based
out of
region.
the
This
India
country
is
could
the
maybe
most
be a brilliant way to portray the South
unlikely
Asian
out of the
region.
at the
India is
moment.
rich for its
I
culture,
don't even think it'll
landmarks,
be either
and of
Italy
course,
or
the Taj
Spain,
Mahal,
but I
which
think
too could make an
I'm
amazing
leaning
place
more
to
towards
portray gyms
Italy
of the
only
Pokemon
because
League. The
Game
other
Freak
reason I think
sort of
India could be a
teased
good
it.
contender is all thanks to the Pokemon Raja. Its Pokédex entry states that the Pokemon came over from another region long ago and worked together with humans. Over 80% of Indians are Hindus, and to members of the Hindu religion, the elephant is a sacred animal. It is the living incarnation of one of the most important gods, Ganesh, an elephant-headed deity
That's a
who
good
rides
point,
atop a tiny
actually.
mouse.
That really good
Even though
point.
Ash encountered Chairman Roseback with his Raja, we never really got to see the Gigantamax form unleashed. And to top it off, Chairman Rose is still alive somewhere. So if Ash ever encountered him in the future of Pokemon journeys, maybe a Gigantamax battle will occur, leading him to discover more about the lore of this Pokemon from his Pokédex entry as well. This too could make quite the hint for a new region should it happen. The final option is a region based on Spain. As a young Spanish boy myself, I would love to see this happen. The dancing art of flamenco, the cultural foods, and the landmarks themselves are incredible. I would absolutely love to see something in relation to the Alhambra be put into the anime. This massive palace could hold so much. Plus we got Oricorio ballet style, which is based off a flamenco dancer, so that's a bonus. Maybe even something to relate to the Plaza de Toros, which is the largest bullfighting ring in Spain. There's so many possibilities with this one. So I guess that now leaves us with one question. How could the possibility of Generation 9 work? Well, there's two ways. It could either be implemented in the form of an integration, or either a
I think more
transition.
than likely out the two integration, because I don't see them ending journeys off and then after that going back to our solo regions. So I think integrating it into journeys is
Integration could be
probably the
something
most
similar to what
likely.
we had with
And
Kanto
I've been saying this
Johto,
myself.
how we
I'm
saw
saying
Ash,
more than
Misty,
likely,
and
I would
Brock
say integrate
continue their
Gen
travels
9 into
together,
journeys,
seeing
and
as
then
Pokemon
integrate
journeys
every
is said
other
to be a
region
series to
after
show
that
more regions,
into
and
journeys,
follow
and
the
it will make the
concept of
most
visiting
sense.
more regions in the form of said journey, then maybe Ash, Go, and possibly Chloe could possibly suit with this integration concept, leading to them to visit the Generation 9 region. This could then extend
Because
the
that
concept
way,
of the
remember,
PWC, but I doubt this will happen seeing as the concept of the
Ghosting
World
won't be
Champion was
done.
already established in the Galar region and not further,
Ash's-
especially seeing as Generation 9 isn't even known yet at the time to exist.
As
If it
can
follows in
stay and
terms of
take on
transition,
more powerful
then this could
trainers
be something
in
where
this
I
new
believe Ash
region in
will travel
Gen
over
9.
Pikachu
That
to the
way,
Generation 9 region
that
to commence
way
his
he
next
doesn't have to
journey
leave the
and meet
show.
new
Like,
companions
I
in
like
Pokemon.
this idea.
Personally, I either think one of the three countries mentioned will work well. The 25th anniversary of the Pokemon anime is
Is
approaching
next year,
week.
exactly,
Whilst we
in
have no
April,
idea
so
what
we
could be
need to,
revealed, there are so
I
many
need
concerns
to
that this
start
could be
working
the
on
end
a
of Ash's
video,
journey.
like,
We found out from
before,
a
it's
recent
like April,
interview
and
from
maybe
one of
even
the
February,
producers of
March
Pokemon
time.
Journeys that they're
Because
planning to
I
bring
actually
back more
break up
companions
on
and
college,
rivals in
on
light of New
literally,
Year
on
for
the
the
day
story.
of this
We already
freaking
knew about
thing
companions
happening,
from
so I
before
have to
thanks
do
to the
something.
directors mentioning this, but should all companions and rivals return, then this could mark the possible end of Ash's journey, or maybe the possibility of a massive reunion. Think of it like this. Ash has taken part in the PWC, the biggest competition in the world, in order to defeat Leon, the champion of the world. Now I know rivals such as Paul, Alan, and Action Replay Boy could return. And yes, there is that possibility. There's loads of evidence to support their returns, and with their ambitions clear, it could be that they wish to take part in the PWC, possibly implying they want to take on Ash.
I think more than
However,
likely,
if Ash reaches the stage to take on Leon, then maybe the
I definitely
companions
think there
or
is
rivals
one
will
of Ash's
return to
rivals
see him take on a
in
massive
the
climactic bout.
PWC.
With the 25th anniversary of the anime approaching, I wouldn't be surprised if a big event like this happens, with the writers and directors confirming they wish to bring everyone back. If they did, then they could see him take on
That would be
Leon,
insane if
and
they
maybe
did that. I would actually, I'd have tears in my eyes if they did that, man.
Who knows? Maybe something completely new will be revealed. We can only wait and see. However, for me personally, if Journeys concludes its final year at the end of 2022, the PWC wrapped up, and with Ash either winning or losing to seek further progression, then I reckon Generation 9 will be upon us for the Pokemon games and Pokemon anime. So what do I believe will happen? Well, originally, my gut was telling me that I either think Ash will win and continue his journey, or end his time off in the Pokemon Pokemon anime. But regardless of him winning or losing, I still think he will continue in order to reach his desired
Yep.
goal of becoming a Pokemon
Exactly.
master. The 25th anniversary could either make or break the anime at this rate. We could get a reveal to state the final days, or maybe a new announcement to coincide with the future, this being Generation 9. Ash defeating Leon could mark his time coming to an end in the anime, especially if he becomes a world monarch. Or
Yep.
maybe the writers will have a completely different challenge in line for him, should he win and continue his journey. But that's for them to surprise us. I've left a tweet in the description with what other people's opinions state on this matter, so feel free to check it out. I would also love to give a massive shout out to my friend Thiago for this amazing...
So honestly, in my opinion, let me explain what I think. Well, if I honestly think I could see a few things happening. My main thing I see happening is basically I think the most likely thing I see happening is they will see him as continue up from where he left off, and like I don't honestly see Ash leaving because if they made Ash leave, I think it would be really controversial, and also Go's goal wouldn't be finished. So I think the most likely thing they do is they carry them both. They integrate Gen 9 into Journeys, in that way the World Combination Series isn't going to be rushed, and Go can continue his goal, because his goal is like endless, like can't end, like Ash's goal. So yeah, that's what I think will happen. And anyway guys, until the next video, I'll see you again very soon.